just so Gregg knows.
Yes, so you can monitor yourself. That's always a good thing. All right. How about going triple and two and a three and a four? Roll through your feet. Forward and two and a three and a four. Back. Gong and a two and a three and a four. Reverse roll through. One more gong and a two and a three and a four. One tendu to your second. Triple and two and a three and a four. Roll through your feet to the bar. Away from the bar. Grand plié two and a three and a four. Reverse roll through. One more grand plié two and a three and a four. One tendu to your first. Roll through. Feel your balance in first. That's all it needs to be. And here we go. Triple and roll through and five. Forward and back and don't forget to breathe. Open your chest, parallel shoulders. Grand plié, here we go, nice and long and tall. Reverse roll through, there we go, good. Make sure these heels stay over your toes. One more. Let's make that slow, two tendus and to the bar. And three and four. Away and five. Now do reverse roll through and and your two tendus to first. And find your balance in that first. Careful there. And relax when you're ready. There we go. Here we go. To the other side, please. And Yes.
Question.
Mm-hmm.
I just saw this online and it said that a port de bras, like as for example, forward and back, that Vaganova, you don't stop and then go back. Is that
Mm-hmm.
Vaganova or is that someone just thinks that's what that
Well,
is?
technically, it doesn't stop. That is absolutely correct.
They said it never, it always keeps moving the way it's going.
Right, exactly. The only thing when when I like this one is so you lift your rib cage over
Yeah,
your lower back before you go, rather than just going wank.
yeah.
So it doesn't really stop. It just wants to go up and over.
Okay.
Okay. Let's go 4 and 3 and 2 and 1. 2 slow tendus front. 4 and 3 and 2 and 1. 2 slow. 2 slow tendus. 8 and 7 and 6 and 5 and 4 and 3 and 2 and 1. Roll through in your second. Reverse that roll through back to your first. 4, 2 inside back. 4, 2 inside front. 8 to your second. Roll through in your second. Let's keep our arms up for this one. And just stay there. And here we go. Oh, sorry. Here we go. No 8 and last one stays open. Roll through your second this time. Nice torches. Good. Knees first. Close. Reverse and and just stay right there. Careful with your elbow when you let go. And relax when you're ready. Careful there. And finish. Yeah, just make sure you maintain that slight pull forward so your upper body doesn't give you that little jerk thing there. Okay, here we go. Left side, please. And
you see my toes?
Say that again.
I said, how can you see my toes?
Well, there is a difference between that and that.
Mm.
All right. But I probably also would say the same thing if I couldn't see your toes. Because it's one of these things that most people like to
Yeah, but
forget.
yeah, I was definitely doing that because then
Yep,
I
yep.
stopped.
And I can see it. Let's go plie and open, close and close chassis forward. Plie and open, close and close chassis back. Plie and open, close and close chassis side. Temps lié. Close fifth, one more front, one more side, one more back, one more side. Soutenu. Plie and open, close twice, one chassis. Plie, open back, close twice, one chassis. Plie, open side, close twice, one chassis. One temps lié back, close your fifth and the front and the side and the back and plie, soutenu. And here we go. Keep on isolating your toes. So, plie one and two. Open. Now close twice. One and two. Chassis forward and close. And plie and two. Really push down. And close. Side one. And open. And one. Chassé, temps lié, close fifth, encore one, two, three, to the other side, here we go, one, that's it, and one, there we go, good. Let's go two to the front, one back, one front, one side, one back. One and the two and the three and the four and the five and the six and the seven. One and the two and the three and the four. One and the two and the three and the four. One and the two and the three and the four and the five and the six. Give it a little hold. Close. Back and the back and the front and the back and the back and the side and the front. Front and the front and the back and the front and the front and the side and the back. Four to the side. Four en croix. Balance for 2 and the 3 and the 4 and the 5 and the 6. Just feel yourself in that 45 degrees. That's all it needs to be. And here are we good? Front, back, front, 3 en croix. Okay, here we go. And fifth. En croix, 3, 2. Plie, fifth. Destination fifth. Fifth. There we go. Four side, one. En croix. Balance one. Close and one. And back and side and front. Plie, front, two, one back. One more front, en croix 2, 3, 4 side, change each one, en croix 1, there we go, balance was 2, and just stay right there. Your leg can be a little lower, really feel it, yes, that nice pull from your leg forward together with your opposite arm, and relax when you're ready. All right. Here we go to the other side and a little quicker into fifth and to a bad start. Only 3 encore, then reverse that pattern with the same foot. Yeah, no worries. Okay, here we go. And one. Demi-plie. And back. There we go. And 4. That's right. Balance pose. Oh. Nice quick snappy toes. And 1. Let's not forget that plie in the end. And 7. And 4. And balance pose. Almost think like you're doing a split forward. There we go. And relax. Heel up and heel down. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. Coupe, close your fifth. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. Passe, close your fifth. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. Passe and flat. Close, reverse. Just your heel the first time. 4 dégagés to first. Coupe back to your fifth. 4 dégagés to first. Passe 2 and 3 and 4. 4 dégagés to first. Passe relevé. Close fifth to tenue. Other side.
Alec, when you, are there plies like your toe and then plie?
Yeah, let's do that. I didn't show it this way, but I think pliés are so healthy that yes, let's throw a plié in there each time. Then coupe, plié. That's good. Perfect. And here we go. And your heel to plié. And a 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and coupe to plié. A 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and passe to plié and 4. Close your heel. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and coupe. Passe. There we go. Passe relevé and soutenu to the other side we go. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 coupe now. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 passe. That's it. And almost. That's it. Okay. Let's do this one. Demi-plié. Demi-plié. Grand 6, 7 and 8. Circular port de bras 3 and 4. 5 and 6 and 7 and 8. 8 ronds de jambes. 5 and 6 and 7 and 8. Demi-plié, coupé, passé, relevé. Tendu back in the front. Fourth. Grand in the 6 and the 7 and 8. Close your fifth. Circular port de bras away from the bar. 6 and 7 and 8. 8 ronds de jambes and 3 and 4. 5 and 6 and 7 and 8. Plié, arabesque, coupé, passé, relevé. Forward and back into whichever stretch you like. Are we good? Okay, here we go. Demi-plié, long arms, 1. Nice tight fifth for your own plie. Circular port de bras.
when you start the rondejouan from fifth,
Yes.
I feel like not sure I can tell you what it is, but that Greg and I do that differently.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe maybe one is opening and then he goes through on two. No.
No, it's still the same timing. The only difference is you're basically starting with a tendu front or with a tendu back from your fifth. So
So I feel like I'm starting, I don't know, early to get to one here.
right, you don't really have to. It just takes a little tiny bit. It's a little bit quicker to get started.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you and him do it quicker.
So exactly. So it is one instead of wherever we are one. And then from there you can pick up your speed again. So the first one is kind of syncopated, and now you're back into your regular rhythm.
Do that one more time, sorry.
No worries. So when you're starting your first one from fifth front, for instance, you're still coming through on the count, but you're just starting it a little faster, and now you're back to where you were before.
But is one like right here?
Yes, correct. One, now on two, you pick up your first with the count.
Because I'm trying to get here, so this is one.
Yes, but that is not necessary.
Okay.
You can, but yeah. No, yeah. Just start it regular, and then with your second one, pick up your regular beat. Right, correct. That's all it really is. Okay, here we go. Left side, please. And remember to keep looking at your fingertips. And keep it nice and tall. How about this? One and a two and a three and a plie relevé. Tombe, step back and a side and a two and a three and a plie relevé. Tombe, step back and a two and a three and a plie relevé. Tombe, step back and a side and a plie fouilleté and a plie fouilleté. Stay a little longer close. Back and a two and a three and a four plie relevé. Tombe back. Step forward, side and a two and a three and a four plie relevé away from the bar. Front and a two and a three and a four plie relevé. Forward, step back, two more to the side. When fouilleté on the second time, then come right back to where you came from with the fouilleté on the or. Close your fifth. That's it.
So, the last two.
Then plie fouilleté on the or from there, plie fouilleté en dedans. Stay a little tiny longer and close before you reverse. Little tiny Saturday afternoon challenge. Why not? Make sure you really strike your frappes. Okay. Are we good? All right, here we go. Plie relevé. Forward and back and side. That's a good and one. Two more side. Plie fouilleté. Plie fouilleté. And that's a shot. Anticipate. Side. Two. On the down here forward. Toes back. And finish. Yeah, careful there. So that second fouilleté needs to stay a little bit more under you so you're not falling right out of it. And you're able to close fifth. There, heel first, now it's your working leg first. And feel à la seconde, remember, that is what gives you the control. In between your back and your front, feel that à la seconde facing the bar, basically.
Yeah.
To have a smooth transition rather than a whiplash.
The hardest one, I think, is doing en dehors from second.
Yes, because you're moving your standing leg first and now it folds in like a Swiss Army knife. Right. Instead of just turn, basically all you have to do is keep turning your leg to the side out with your heel up. And that motion just gives you that little quarter turn. It's just a quarter. Maybe it's more difficult because there is nothing to it.
Well, it seems more difficult than doing from second when they don't.
Yes, generally speaking, on-the-down things are a little bit easier because they're initiated by the standing leg, which is something we like to do, instead of initiating something from the working leg. That is also what makes on-the-or turn so particularly difficult.
Okay.
So one actually has to wait for the other.
Yeah.
Right, and make sure it doesn't cross over your standing leg and fold in. So it almost wants to feel like a rond de jambe. You know what I mean? From the side to the front. Almost feel like a rond de jambe. There you go, exactly. Feel the difference there? Excuse me. Okay. Right, but always make sure you feel it.
I think I'm not, I mean, obviously I'm moving my leg.
Excuse me again. Yes.
But maybe I'm not moving it enough. I think I'm expecting it to stay there and my body, like,
Yes.
I don't know. So I have to kind of move it.
Yes, that is what I mean. Feel it almost a little bit like a rond de jambe on the oar, so it doesn't cross over and make you fold. Shall we do the other side? We can do it again on the right if you like. Here we go. Left side, please. And already feel that front position. And side. Careful now, side. 2. Here go. Good, here go. There was one more for you. Right. It's okay. We'll do the reverse and then from there, we'll do it one more time on the right and one more time on the left. And then from there go correct. And there's nothing wrong grabbing the bar for 1 second before you go into that second for your team. All right, let's do the reverse. So start in 5th back because we will repeat it one more time on each side. Here we go. Oh, wow. That's it, good. Heel forward this time. Now toes back. That was a little bit better. Feel a little bit more that à la seconde, so from the back to the front. After your arabesque from the side. There, correct. And now feel the facing the bar again for a moment before you go right. Just so you don't give yourself that whiplash into that for your team. All right, how about trying this one more time? We could throw a soutenu in there, unless there's a train wreck, of course. Okay, here we go. And over. It's okay. No rush. Okay. It does help to take your closing side a little bit more with you for that first fouilletée. That is a little bit of a struggle. And then the other hand can find the bar. There we go. And now it's basically the other way. And there's no more tombe after that fouilletée. Right, and then feel it the other way. Right, so it's one hand alternating with the other hand on the bar too. Okay. Here we go. Left side, please. Let's have this one. Fondu to the front, port de bras forward with plié. Développé to the front. Fondu to the back, up and over, back with plié. Développé to arabesque. Fondu to the side, port de bras. Développé. Let's make it a nice écarté back. Then change to face your bar, attitude, stretch, close, soutenu. Fondu front, port de bras, développé to the front, the same thing to the back, the same thing to the side. Écarté your développé, then change to face the bar for your inside leg attitude, balance, stretch and close. So you get a little on the haut switcheroo with your écarté, a little on dedans switcheroo. No, another on the haut switcheroo with your inside leg, petit battement to attitude. Okay. And here we go. And port de bras. Into your développé. 6. And plie open. Bend over back. And over. Écarté, développé. Ici west. Good, close. Petit battement. Two elbows, two knees. Good. To the other side, nice and soft. Feel the symmetry. That's it, that's it. And finish. Okay.
Alex, when you do the développé écarté, is it look I think I turned when I closed.
You should turn with your coupé into the
Yeah,
développé.
that's what
So
I
it
did.
almost feels like an on the or pirouette kind of thing.
Okay.
And the same thing if you were to do écarté from back to front, you should turn on the dent, heel forward with your coupé. Exactly.
Mhm.
Since you're talking about it, one grand battement front, two grand battements front, one to your croisé, turn yourself back. One and the two and the three. Let's have a plié, one écarté back and the close. Back and the two and the three and the four. One angle to the bar with that heel forward. Stay on this angle, écarté front, écarté front, écarté front. One and the two, three and the four. With your third one, angle yourself croisé en face, and two and the three and the four with your third one go écarté, so try to have the turn and the brush at the same time. Demi-plié, turn yourself back to en face. Back in the two and the three and the four, heel forward for your arabesque. Stay where you are, side and the two and the three and the four, five and the six, soutenu. This way we can address this one more time.
After 1, 2, I'll say, right?
Yes, correct. One and the two, three and the four. Plié, croisé, close. turn yourself back to en face, so you can start the same thing to the side. 2 grand battements to the side, and the second one goes to demi-plie. Now with your écarté brush, exactly, close back, turn yourself back to en face. That would be an entrant, back and the 2. Now after you plie with your brush, turn yourself to the bar, that's right, and really try to do it with both legs at the same time. Écarté front, écarté front, écarté front, soutenu at the side. So it's basically 3 grand battements each set. Okay, here we go. And 1 and 2. Demi-plie, everything together. That's good. And turn yourself back. And 1 and 2. Everything together. Yes, it would have been nice with a nice arm and your écarté. 2. That's good. Demi-plie, heel forward. 1. Turn, stay where you are. Écarté front. 1. And 2, and 3, soutenu other side, here we go, and demi-plie, and push, good, side 1, let's not forget that écarté arm this time, that was better. Good. Let's have a nice stretch before you tell me how much more time we have. Okay. All right, how are we looking in time?
Okay, for a little while. I'm okay.
Okay, okay.
He's got moved a bit, so it's okay.
Okay. Let's go tendu 4 and the 3 and the 2 and the 1. Plie coupe, step forward. 4 and the 3, 2 and the 1. Plie coupe, step back. 4 and the 3 and the 2 and the 1. Plie coupe to the side. One more time. Plie coupe, turn close behind. 4 and the 3 and the 2 and the 1. Coupe, step forward, or like a tomlier, back and the 2 and the 3 and the 4. Coupe, step back. Side and the 2 and the 3 and the 4. Coupe, step side. One more tomlier, plie. On the up pirouette and coupe, close fifth back. Just make sure that your elbows don't do that. Yeah. Are we good to give this a mic? Okay. All right, here we go. Third and one. Make sure you isolate your toes. Just make sure you feel your toes all the way to fifth position back.
I had a moment, I thought I might try to do another one, but
Yes, yes, yes. Eventually it will just come. It's already breathing down your neck. How about doing them always in a little under or turn? Keeping in mind that it's always your knee leading the action, on the or to the other side in this case. So you're alternating right and left and right. And again to the right, Tonlier. And one more to the right. And if that second turn is just screaming at you, just take it. All right, here we go. And almost, yeah, and no one. Just let it happen. 2 and forward. 1, 2, 3. Just push easy down. All right, not bad, not bad. If you would have moved your head just a little bit faster, it would have been no problem.
yeah, that one.
That's right. I'll tell you. Sooner than later.
in a long time.
And one really shouldn't force it either. Okay. Let's go développé front and the 2 and the 3 and the 4 through en face. To attitude. Relevé 2 and the 3 and the 4 up and over back. Écoute front and the 2 and the 3 and the 4. Effacé 6 and the 7 and the 8. Fairly quick to your arabesque. Relevé. Tombe back. Step forward. Give it a little rond. Close fifth. That gets you to the other side. Développé 2 and the 3 and the 4. Passé to attitude. Press down for your balance into your fourth port de bras up and over back. Écoute front and the 3 and the 4. Effacé front and the 7 and the 8. A little quicker développé to relevé. Tombe back. Let's make it a plie. Long close. Right. We go to mark this. Okay. Press down. Just push down, don't worry about it. Let yourself fall back into your fourth. Up and over back. Close your fifth into your fourth. Effacé front. Arabesque. Push down. All right. And here we go. Easy push down. That's it. Don't rush. Push down. That's it. Plie rond. And relax for a second. Okay, not bad, not bad at all. You just get a little slower in at first développé. That is the only thing. But other than that, actually quite good.
Where did I, at the very beginning?
Yeah, you just took the développé a little slow. It's 1 and the 2 passé 3 and the 4. Let's do the other side. And here we go. And passé. There we go. To attitude. Careful there. Settle. And the opposite arm when you take your demi-rond. After you tumble back out of the arabesque, right. There, now the other arm comes up. Yes, correct, because it's opposite. There we go. Is that making a little bit more sense?
It
Yeah.
feels good on the left.
Right. Give me one tiny second. Okay. All right. I'm playing with the liver pate, so
Oh, nice.
yeah.
Did you make it?
I'm in the process of.
Oh,
And I saw a nice recipe where they actually took some really fatty pork meat
yeah.
and gave it a coarse grind and then just boiled it for 2.5 hours with onions before it goes into the blender, together with the liver and everything else.
Yeah.
So I'm trying that. So I just turned it up a little bit too high. So I just reduced it. So I'm not.
Sounds delicious.
It should be quite delicious. All right. Would you like to do this one more time?
Yes.
Maybe tying right and left together. Make sure, especially on the left side, from your passe to attitude, give yourself a moment to feel your opposite arm and both arms settled. Then push down, rather than trying to do too much at the same time. And now you basically never get quite to where you need to go to. All right. Here we go. One moment, stay. Now push down. That's all right. It should have been a tumby back.
Oh, there we go.
There you are. Exactly. And
Mm.
then the opposite arm comes up when you come around. There we go. Exactly. All right. Here we go. Left side. And once again, nice and calm. Powder. Step forward and finish. So basically think temps liés and rond. Yes, there you go. Right.
I don't know why
Little
that feels so odd.
a little Balanchinian action here.
Oh,
That's better. Let's have one balancé step through and plié, pirouette. 1, 2, 3, 2, 2, 3, 3, 2, 3, 4, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 2, 2, 3, 3, 2, 3, 4, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 2, 2, 3, 2, balancé side, one more chassé, plié, one more on the haut, pirouette. So we're starting with one balancé, step, brush through, plié, pirouette. Now you have two balancés, one forward and back, from there like a kickball change, prepare and pirouette, two balancés, one more chassé forward, plié, pirouette. So this is just a little counting thing. First pirouette happens on 3. Next pirouette will happen on 1, 2, chassé 3, plié 4, pirouette on 1. Now two more balancés. 2, balancier 3 and a 4, chassé forward 5 and a 6. Next pirouette happens on 7, 8. So each pirouette gets a slightly different count to start. Are we good to give this a mark? Okay. Yes, no, maybe. Okay. Let's see how we fare. And nice dancey balances. Almost. Just a little bit more decisive. Through, plie, go forth. And 1. And side. Side, chassé, front. You could have, no worries. Just make sure you get onto 2 feet in your landing. Yeah, try to place your shoulders right on top of your hips, so you need to be just a tad further back, so there's a little bit of weight on your back foot as well. So you're not reaching for the floor, and then you have and then you have trouble starting your next balancing. If you go a little quicker into your pirouettes, it'll feel a little bit better. And remember, passer means to pass. It does not mean to arrive. So it needs to keep on moving into your fourth. Let's have this one more time. What do you say? Okay, here we go. Better. Yep, there you go. Yeah, it should have been on the or, not on the dom.
Yeah,
All right, let's do, yes, correct.
that's
Step. The first time only one balancier brush through your back foot, plié en dehors. There we go. Plié en dehors turn. Fourth. Now you have your two balanciers forward and back. All right, let's start this with our left foot in front. Here we go. Well, it's nice. It could be that, but it isn't. There we go. Exactly. Yeah, here we go. Take two and. There we go, and one. Go for it. Yes. And two, go, one. Yes, good. Yeah, nice attack in your pirouettes. Right, that was better. Yeah, it's just taking a little bit more attack into your pirouettes. I think if you're not too careful, you get them over with much faster.
my life.
Damn, spilling water all over myself. Here's a dyslexic dream. Fifth and first and second, demi-rond, en dedans, close fifth and first and second, demi-rond. Let's go for 1.5, close fifth. You're starting it out. Second and the fifth, tendu, plié, over 1.5. Changement 2 and the 3 and the 4 and the 5 and the 6 and the 7 and the 8. That gets us to the other side. Two changements, one first, one second. Demi-rond, plié, en dedans, synchro. Two changements in the first and the second, demi-rond, 1.5, so we don't run out of room. Now we are starting it with our second, so it's like a reverse. Second, close back, close, second to first, close back, close front. Tendu croisé front, 1.5, come back to the front. 8 changements in the 3 and the 4, 5 and the 6 and the 7 and the 8.
Alex, after the first 1.5,
Yes.
so you're quasi this way.
Or basically en face, facing the other way. Yes, that's correct.
So the jumps are.
Yes, correct. And you're starting with your second, then you're closing to first, then you're going to fifth back and to fifth front for your tendu croisé. And now you have another 1.5 so to get back to the front, and then 8 changements to get your bearings before the left.
First, second, fifth, fifth.
Fifth, no, second, first, fifth, sorry. Second, first, fifth. There you go. No 8 changements. Are we good to mark this? Okay. First, second, demi-rond, coupé, turn, fifth, first, second, demi-rond. Change facing second, first, tendu, plié, en dedans. Change, 2. Okay. Keep that smile. All right, here we go. And hold on, hold on. Yeah. Hold on, hold on, hold on. You had an auto fifth for a second there. Close fifth first, second demi-rond. There we go. Now you have your half turn. Correct. Now you're starting second. Make sure it's second, first, fifth. There we go. Now you're eight changements. All right, let's give this another go. And eight changements and four. Let's see how this looks on the left. Second, first, fifth. You know what it is? It's a little bit the same thing that we have with our pirouettes on the oar. When you're landing your on the down, you actually have to put some weight on your front foot. Otherwise, it's really tough to jump out of that fifth into whatever position comes next. Is that making sense?
You mean after I land?
Actually, when you land, you have to put some weight on the foot that is landing instead of just being on 1.5 legs, because all you do is bring your standing leg heel down, but you really don't get yourself onto your front foot. But that is already the plie for your next jump. Is that kind of sort of making sense?
I mean, the weight thing is, but I'm not exactly sure what you mean when it's happening.
What is happening is you're landing your on the down turn on one leg and not on two.
Oh,
And
okay.
you're landing it obviously on your standing leg. So you're turning, you're going here instead of landing and going here, so you can immediately take your next
Oh,
jump.
yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
that is the whole evil intent of the thing. Besides confusing the brain slightly, really put your foot down out of the turn. We good to try this one more time. Okay, here we go. And better. One. That's it. Second, first, fifth. One. That's it. Almost one. All right. Would you like one more?
Yeah, that'd be great.
Okay. You may regret that decision, but that is
I
okay.
know.
Changement, assemblée, changement, assemblée, changement, glissade, assemblée. Échappé to your fourth. Échappé to your second changement, assemblée, stretch your knees. Now you're on the other side. Changement, assemblée, changement, assemblée, changement, glissade, assemblée. One échappé, one more échappé, one more changement, assemblée, stretch. So this is a little bit like Irish dancing. Are we good to mark this? You really have to push into the floor, brushing your toes, all of that fun stuff. Okay. under the sea. Let's brush under the sea. Okay. Here we go. And that's it. Yep. Good. One. Almost. Not bad, not bad. Always feel that nice friction right there on the floor. And remember, as soon as you land, that foot needs to anticipate that slight second position and clear to get into that assembly. Yep, that is how you tie it together. Yep, there is not really a landing after your changement because it keeps on going immediately. Which is the same that what happens in a glissade. All right, how about doing this one more time? And that's it. Good. One. That's more like it. Right. Not bad. Yeah.
I like I'm not jumping very high.
That's true. But well, you have that handicap with missing a toe.
Yeah, especially that foot, but yeah.
Right, but it's the pushing down in that leg that accounts for the height of the jump, together with the brush. And right now it's pushing down a little bit too late. It needs to push down at the same time as it brushes. So you basically can get the push from both feet. Is that making sense?
Yeah.
Right. Right. It's actually a coordination challenge. It's a little bit like a fondue where both legs need to be at the same place at the same time, but they come from different places.
Yeah.
It's exactly the same thing. So your bottom foot actually needs to work quite fast to get together on the same page with the foot that is brushing into the assembly.
Yeah. I don't think that foot's doing anything almost. I mean,
So
I feel like it's not
yeah,
doing.
so maybe we should try this one more time, focusing a little bit on that foot. So that bottom foot that really actively wants to push the floor away. So we know why we're isolating our toes in our tendus and things. Obviously, if it starts hurting, be
No,
careful.
it's not, it's okay.
Okay.
It doesn't do it.
Yes. All right. Here we go. So really pound the floor. Think you're really angry and you're just stomping the floor with that bottom leg. Here we go. And yep. Better. One. Keep these bottom toes engaged. That was a little tiny bit better. Yes. A little tiny bit.
I'm thinking it, but it's not there yet.
Of course. I mean, there's a ways to go from up there to down there.
Thank you.
That was your sneak cardio. Thank
Yeah,
you.
I needed it. Too many days off.
Ah,
That's good. Thank you.
thank you. Have a wonderful Sunday.
Thank you.
And
And
I'll,
we're on for
I
Monday, right?
think so. Yeah. So
I'll
we can
say goodbye.
memorialize our memories. Here we go.
I like it.
Okay.
Thank you. Have a
Thank
great
you.
weekend.
Bye. You too.
Bye.
Bye bye.